Tonight on Chronicle, you'll see New Hampshire like you've probably never seen it before.
It's peaceful, it's majestic. I'd recommend anybody does it.
Ballooning gives you a freedom that no other aviation gives you. It's silent, you're floating through the air, there's no motion. It's peaceful and it's quiet.
What do you think about this?
I love it. This is just the ideal thing.
Floating along in a hot air balloon.
First up, in the movies, it helped an eccentric inventor make it across the world in 80 days. A grumpy old man moved his house to the top of a waterfall, and it was the preferred mode of transportation for the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, we're talking about hot air balloons, of course. And here in New Hampshire, there are several experienced balloonists who take to the skies to give their passengers really a ride of a lifetime.
It's something many dream of doing, so we recently hopped aboard with a dairy crew for one exhilarating trip, hundreds of feet in the air.
Drifting along in the wind with spectacular views on all sides, a flight in a hot air balloon is a thrill ride like no other. Our adventure with High Five Ballooning begins in a Salem parking lot before dawn.
I like to start all safety briefings with the good news, and that is that hot air ballooning is the safest form of aviation in the world.
Wind speed and direction is crucial, so our pilot Tony Sika does a quick test.
And if I suspect, based on everything I saw on TV this morning and on the computer, that our winds are going to be going to the east, which is really nice. It's one of my favorite directions to fly, is to the east and to the southeast.
We then head out to the best launch site for this morning's light winds, which are perfect for a flight. The crew unloads the gear in a field behind the Salem Walmart.
If you want to help out, come on over. We'll start taking off all these orange Velcro straps.
Passengers are welcome to pitch in too. Tony has been ballooning ever since taking his first flight about 15 years ago.
Went home and I said to my wife, hey, I'm going to buy a hot air balloon. And she laughed. And then one day the balloon truck pulled up and she stopped laughing.
His son is a member of the chase crew and hopes to be a pilot one day too.
Like I said, I'm an adrenaline junkie. And when you're up there soaring over the trees at 10, 12 miles an hour, it gets your blood flowing. It's a lot of fun.
And they work. That's good.
Fueling the flight, the same thing used to fire up the grill, propane. Instruments to gauge wind speed and location are attached to the basket. Then Smiley comes to life. A burst of hot air, and it's time to head up, up, and away.
Up and away, my beautiful balloon. Ballooning gives you a freedom that no other aviation gives you. It's silent, you're floating through the air, there's no motion. It's peaceful and it's quiet.
What do you think about this?
I love it. This is just the ideal thing. You know, I wanted to do a hot air balloon, come back to the New England, born and brought up here, and this is just the highlight of my trip.
We're looking for foliage this morning, and the foliage always turns first in these wetland areas. So you can see all the great color up ahead of us here. If you guys look on the water here that we're going to pass over, look straight down, you'll get a great reflection shot of Smiley looking back at you.
Hopping aboard has been on the bucket list of many.
And then actually to be on it, so yeah, this is fabulous, once in a lifetime.
So you got to be quick.
Got
Brushing the treetops.
Pine cones coming up on the left. Pine cones.
Some grab for a souvenir.
Cody, I didn't forget you. There you go.
A bouquet for Cody celebrating her 21st birthday on a high note. Her mom is used to these heights. She's a private pilot.
But it's totally different because you're in a cockpit in a plane, and this is open. I mean, it's a totally different feeling, different, it's noiseless except every now and then the burners. It's beautiful.
It's peaceful, it's majestic. I'd recommend anybody does it.
We dip down over Arlington Pond until the basket is just a few inches over the water.
There we go.
We don't have our suits on today.
That's what I figured, we wouldn't get you wet.
All along the way, the chase team is on our tail using an app to follow our every move.
And we really want them as close by or there when we land, and they're very good. They're there for about 99% of my landings.
It's an adrenaline rush. I think that's why I like it so much. You know, running out, jumping on the basket, catching them.
As we near the landing, our pilot asks us to bend the knees and stay loose.
Okay, getting ready to touch down in 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Cool. All right, high fives, everybody. Bring it in. All right, don't leave me hanging.
After the balloon is deflated and packed up, Tony leaves a thank you, a bottle of champagne for the homeowner.
So now we're in the town of Atkinson, and we've actually landed here about half a dozen times, which makes the picnic real convenient.
High Five Ballooning ends each flight with a celebratory picnic and a toast to the thrilling sky-high adventure.
That was incredible. It was so amazing being so high up and seeing everything. All of the views were absolutely beautiful. It was amazing.